When I'm training for professional competitions, men and women always ask me for advice. To women, I say push yourself harder than you ever have before and go beyond your comfort zone. Focus on your goals. Men, if I am willing to push myself to become Mr. Olympia in 2022, then I only have one thing to say to you. Bring your A game.
Here we go again.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I am your host, femininity coach and author, The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So what we're talking about today is how Black women push away good men and how only Black women's feelings matter in these relationships. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a clip. It's actually Kevin Gates speaking. And I'm just going to let that play, and then we're going to be back with my perspective. So let me go ahead. I'm going to share screen.
About this, but a lot of men sometimes also when you a provider and you a real provider, but you already unhappy and you're not feeling like you're being celebrated in a proper manner. You feel like you're only being tolerated. Like a lot of people be like, why certain men don't go home? Like when I was in the streets, I used to hate going home because I feel like it's cool, but I ain't welcome to it. Because it don't feel embracing when I go home. It's like y'all act like this when I'm supposed to be doing that. And a lot of men suffer from that. They're not knowing that it's okay to have your man cave. You have to go in your solitude and have your time for yourself in order for you to release. Because we so busy being tough and harboring all these resentment and emotions and all the shit we deal with. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men don't speak about this, but a lot.
And I just wanted to, let me stop sharing. I wanted to play that because I thought it was very important. I thought it was very well articulated by Kevin about the humanity of men. And this is really how a lot of Black women push away the men in their lives that have been good to them. Because most women have had at least one good man around them, or that was interested in them, or that was in a relationship with them, and that relationship didn't last. That relationship failed. And while there can be many reasons for that failure, I find that a very common but unspoken reason is the dismissal of the man's humanity. His utility outweigh his humanity in the eyes of a lot of Black women, because we complain about how the guys aren't this and the guys aren't that, and they aren't living up to this type of thing, and they aren't living up to that type of thing. And when we find the guy that is actually living up to the standards that we think that a man should live up to, we automatically begin to also take that same man for granted. We don't say, oh, you know what I'm saying, you are better than a lot of these guys that I've been dealing with because you actually do X, Y, Z, the things that I've come to expect or the things that I wanted in a man. So let me celebrate you properly. Let me appreciate you. That's what the celebration is. And a lot of Black women are under the impression that when we say celebrate, that means, you know what I'm saying, inordinately kiss butt or so. I don't know what Black women think it is, But it's the same kind of celebration that you want. And it's not enough to say, well, he's supposed to do that so he doesn't get any extra accolades. That's not how you feel. You feel like if you raising kids, you know what I'm saying, taking care of household, you taking care of him, you taking care of all the things that it is within your responsibility to take care of. You want to be appreciated for that. You don't want him to ignore you. You don't want him to never say thank you or never express, baby, I think you're a wonderful mom, or baby, you're a good wife, or baby, you a good listener, or whatever the better qualities that you have are that he sees and that he benefit from. You don't want him to never, ever say that to you, or say it so rarely that it's like, really? I wonder if you mean that. You see what I'm saying? Or only say it when he wants something, or only say it when, you know what I'm saying, there's some exchange or something that he's looking for immediately right then. You know what I'm saying? Or he's blowing smoke up your butt to get you to, you know, he's trying to manipulate you in some type of way. Women always want to be appreciated. And there are so many women that say, oh, men don't appreciate us and blah, 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 blah. But there are a lot of things, even culturally, where women are, that's designed to appreciate the woman. Do we just have Valentine's Day? That's not traditionally a holiday that's set aside for women to do stuff for men. Typically, it's expected that men, if they have a girlfriend or they have a wife, it's expected for them to cater to her, to make sure that she had a romantic time, or that she had a good time, or that she got flowers, or she got candy, or she got taken out, or whatever the case may be. Rarely is it the case when we think of Valentine's Day, we think about what the woman is going to do for the man, how she's going to make him feel good, how she going to set up a romantic evening or a romantic dinner, or, you know what I'm saying, and take responsibility for treating him and putting him on a pedestal and making him feel like he's well appreciated in this relationship that we're having. So there are actually even cultural things to make sure that women feel it's Valentine's Day, it's Sweetie's Day. Anytime there's an anniversary, a marriage anniversary, or anything like that, it's not thought about what the woman is going to do for the man to celebrate the anniversary. She's expecting him to remember the anniversary and to remember to set something up to make her feel special on that day. The wedding day itself is not for the husband. He's not to be celebrated on that day. This isn't his day. Nobody refers to the wedding day as the husband's day. It's referred to as, this is her day. This is the bride's special day. This is the day for her to be celebrated. This is the day for her to be beautiful. This is the day that needs to cater to all of the fantasy and all of the things that she wanted this day to be. Doesn't matter what the man wants. There is no compromise, really. It's not expected to compromise. Well, if he wanted it at this venue and she wanted it at a different venue, it's automatically expected that she get what she want out of it because the wedding isn't for him, it's for her. So there are a lot of instances where women are expected to be the only ones appreciated in certain ways, or to be elevated, or to be told that even though what she's doing is her job, her husband is thankful, her family is thankful for what she's doing. She doesn't expect to be in relationships doing things and it ends up a thankless job. On the other hand, men are always expected to be doing things that they quote unquote supposed to do and nobody ever thanks them. It's a thankless job for a man to come in, marry a woman, do all of the stuff that a husband's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? He's not mistreating her. He's not ignoring her. He's doing the best that he can do. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that the best that he can do is pretty good. It's pretty dang on good. And we're trained to look at a man's faults. No matter how many good things he's doing, if he's not doing this perfectly or that perfectly, or there's another thing that we thought he might have been able to do, or maybe he should have been doing, or we're trained to focus on the negative part instead of saying, well, he does do this well. He is doing that. He is doing this. We're real easy to dish a man off if he's going to work every day, hard work every day, coming home, making sure all the bills is paid, making sure you don't have to really do too much to ensure the stability of the household, especially from that standpoint. We really take that for granted as women and say, oh, well, he's supposed to do that. And so since he's supposed to do that, there's never a thank you in order. There's never any gratitude in order. There's never any point in time where we sit down and actually let that man know that we see him, that he's well appreciated, that all of the things that he does to keep the household running and keep everything going and keep all of the stuff, whether we know about those things or whether we don't know about some of those things, we never make it a point as women to sit down with our husbands and say, I see you, the man, I see the human. We're so busy caught up in the narrative of I don't need no man. Even just that line, I don't need no man. We're so quick to tell the men in our lives, strangers, potential men we already with, all kinds of men. We're quick to tell them, oh, I don't need you. I don't want that. And what we forget is the humanity of a man and of a person wanting to be needed, needing to feel needed. We don't forget it when it comes to us. We completely understand that concept when it comes to women. Well, women want to be needed, and women want to feel needed, and we want to feel wanted, and we want to feel appreciated. We understand all that, and then we ditch it all to the side when it comes to men, as if men don't have that same set of needs. That, yeah, he's sacrificing, he's doing all this stuff for his family, and at no point is it ever being recognized. Because he's supposedly supposed to do it and that's his job, then what happens is you never sit down and say the kids aren't taught to have that type of respect for him, because they're usually following up along the example of the mother. She don't never say it. She don't never express no gratitude. She don't never express, you know what I'm saying, any sort of saying to him, listen, I understand all of the things that you do. I see what you do around here. You know what I'm saying? You really be doing your best to keep this family together. You really do your best to make sure we're okay. You really do your best. And I see you. I love you. You know what I'm saying? And we need you. I wouldn't know what to do without you. Us and me and the kids and stuff like that. Like, I don't know where we would be without you. It hurt us to tell our man one-to-one that I don't know where I would be without you. I do need you. I do want you. I do care about you. You are important. You're extremely important to what's going on with me and what's going on in this household and what's going on with our family. We appreciate you. Children, you know what I'm saying? Let's rally around dad. Let's make a dad day. Aside from Father's Day, on Father's Day come around, you give him a dinky little gift. You know, nobody thinks about what he may really need or what he might really want. You know what I'm saying? You never ask. You never actually stop to ask. That woman who was in that video, whether you agree with the whole side cheek piece or not, the video that I did a live stream on yesterday, listen, we don't ask the men. We're so busy being oblivious to him, because as long as our needs are getting met, we don't care about his needs. And if our needs aren't getting met, we still don't care about his needs, because he got to address our needs first. And then once he addresses our needs, we're back to being oblivious to everything that he needs, because the truth of the matter is we feel like his needs are met when he meets our needs. We feel like that's the only thing he got to do. That's the only, that should fulfill him. Fulfilling me should be fulfilling enough for him. And I don't need to reciprocate any of that. I don't need to give that to him. I don't need to say those things to him. He doesn't need to hear, I love you. Or he doesn't need to hear, I need you. I appreciate you. I want you. You know what I'm saying? You're everything to me. You special to me. He doesn't need to hear them things. We don't ask him what's going on in his head. He get quiet and we don't think nothing of it. He may walk around not really, you know what I'm saying, responding and things of that nature. And the first thing we do is get mad, start arguing. What's wrong with you? What's going, instead of sitting down calmly to really dig at the matter. And a lot of times he don't really tell us because he doesn't feel like we genuinely care about it. We only asking him to get something out of him, and we only asking him what's going on so we could get back to getting the most out of the relationship, instead of feeling like the woman has a genuine concern over whether or not he's okay. And this is why a lot of times men don't open up. This is why a lot of times they don't. Sometimes these men aren't cheating on you with other women. Sometimes these men are just distant emotionally because they actually getting the inclination that you don't care about them genuinely. You just care about what he do for you, but you don't really care about him, the person. So he don't invest that in you. That's where a lot of this is coming from. That's how you run your men away. And you wonder why he up and go one day and don't come back. So get down into the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.